guys, this is Stay Calm Cursory, and if you, like me, had a hard time beating Lakeview Cabin Episode 4, then this is for you. Truthfully, I recorded this video several months ago. However, it ended up being the perfect run. All the band members were saved, as well as the pregnant woman. No one was even injured. I got into all 3 secret rooms. I killed all the residents in the house, as well as the Pigman, and found all 4 gas cans and broke through the fence. So if you're wondering how to do any of that, that's in this video. The thing was, it didn't have any commentary because after so many tries, I just stopped recording myself. So what I'm doing now is just basically dubbing it over with a kind of how-to thing. So let's get started. The way I do it is kind of a strange way. I started off by releasing the Pigman so that he can kill half of the house. And getting through the Slaughterhouse is not a fun time, but I did learn this trick that can make it much easier. Right in front of the chicken cages outside, you'll see a bag of, I guess, chicken feed. If you take that with you into the Slaughterhouse, you can actually drop it in front of certain doorways to make sort of a trail of breadcrumbs a la Hansel and Gretel. And that way, when you trigger the Pigman, you can grab the gas can and just follow your trail out. Because it is kind of a maze in there, and further, it's randomized each playthrough. So, all you have to do is take the bag in, find your way to the Pigman, and as you're leaving, just drop the bag in front of the doorways you know lead outside. That way, you don't take any dead ends, wrong turns, or fall into those death trap rooms where there is no escape. This playthrough was actually the first time I figured out that this can be done. So before launching into the whole grab the gas can and run thing, I would just do something for the next few minutes and wait for night to pass so that you can see again. Alright, so it is daylight. There's the Pigman, there's the gas can. Be very careful that you don't take a pig by mistake. So what you want to do is not get panicked. Just give yourself a few seconds, wait for whatever trap is to pass or turn off, and go through it, go through the doors until you're outside. If you don't think you can make the run to the gas station, I would just duck inside the house until the Pigman passes by. But if you've got plenty of time, like in this instance, just have a nasty old ice cream, you deserve it, and kind of peek through the door, waiting for the Pigman to run past. And there he goes. From now on, the Pigman will run on a very permanent path. He will run to the right of the screen, no matter where he is. And in this case, he's fallen into the death pit. So that means he's going to end up going through the house, sawing through all the doors, until again, he's outside. In which case, he'll fall into the pit again and rinse and repeat. So this is kind of a new threat. He will always be coming out at some point in time. Also, you can kind of hear him coming and warning. Even if he's already broken through a door, and there's nothing but a hole in the doorway, you'll hear him kind of splinter wood before he comes out. And you can easily tell which side on the house he's come from by all the broken doors. And it looks like in this case he's also triggered the trapdoor in the floor, which is an added bonus. So this is the bondage room. This has one of the secret rooms, and is actually a pretty useful room to get in the beginning because it has the main source of ammunition, chickens. You can kill an enemy by throwing a chicken at them 3 times. And given that weapons are kind of scarce in the beginning of the game, these guys are your best friends. You just pick up a chicken and throw it. I accidentally triggered the alarm. This has let loose the 3 rats, which will now be roaming out randomly through the house. Also, the button to push to open the secret door is on the books right at the bottom of the screen. If you go about to the middle of the pile, you'll see kind of a see-through X appear. All you need to do is hit that button and the door will open. The 3 secret rooms are randomly placed, so it could either be the picture room, the shortcut to the Pigman, or the gift room. So let's see what we've got. and it is the gift room. And we've gotten nothing. Sometimes the gifts can be very nice. I remember 10 shotgun shells as a gift. That was great. But with the way we're doing it here, I actually didn't need to fire a single shot in this game. Now, as with chickens, you can actually throw corpses, and hitting someone with a corpse 3 times also kills them. That's pretty nice, too. Since the alarm had been raised and everybody's walking around, the Pigman has probably killed everyone on the left side of the house already. The natural position of the characters, the Pigman will not kill them unless they are walking, moving around. And for that to happen, the alarm has to be pulled eventually. So if you're going the route I did and using the Pigman to clear out half the house, you'd have to end up doing it anyway. Alright, so next up is the kitchen, and the kitchen has another secret room. Remember, there's 3 rats, and they could all be in the same room, or they could all be in different rooms. It's really pretty random. So, she's alone, it's pretty easy to take care of her, and you can open the secret room by walking all the way to the right, and you'll see the button pop up there just briefly. Pulling that will open up the next secret room, and in this case it is the shortcut to the Pigman, which we don't need. And in the next room is a very special character who I call the Ghost of Red. He's a very peculiar looking fellow in his top hat. Basically, he's a ghost. He can't hurt you. If he sees you, he will hit you once and then just phase out of existence. So don't strike him, don't fight it, let him hit you. This is very important, because when you get to the secret portrait room, his portrait will only open to the character who has been struck by him. And that's basically how it works. He shows up randomly in some room, and he will attack you, and once he does, he's gone forever. In our case, he hit Stretch, so we absolutely need her to get to the secret room. In this next room, there's actually a bear trap right in the middle of the floor. I'm surprised I saw it, because I didn't while watching this again. It's a bit hard to make out between the red screen, the red bear trap on the red floor, but the easiest way to set off a bear trap is just to pick up a corpse or something, get a few steps away, and throw it. Our character is also going a bit insane. Alright, we're in the attic now, and there are 2 important things in the attic. Besides some cool weapons and junk, the pregnant woman is up here, as well as the 3rd gas can. And you will need both for the perfect run. Looks like they've also got a chainsaw up here, which is what I like to use to finish off the Pigman. All you really need to kill the Pigman are a bear trap and a chainsaw or a knife. I prefer the chainsaw though, because you can just hold the button down and kill him. And that's all you need. And always remember to peek through the doorways before you go through them. I've had too many playthroughs ruined just because I walked through a door and got insta-killed by one of the rats. Now we have the bear trap and the chainsaw. These are all we need. The Pigman is easy to predict because he has a set path. All you have to do is throw the bear trap right in front of where you know he will be going, which in this case is the front door. And see, he tripped it while he's on the ground. Don't waste any time. Just go at him with whatever you've got. Drill, chainsaw are the best options in my opinion. So, now the left side of the house is completely freed up. There won't be anyone left. The Pigman will have just taken everybody out. And now that the Pigman's gone, we can just pretty much go through here. a guillotine. However, I do notice floating there above is a guillotine, and I used to think that only showed up with hallucinations, but it actually seems to be a real thing, just some kind of weird person-sensing booby trap. From what I've seen, just have something in your hands. If it's a tool and it falls on you, it'll break the tool, so do keep that in mind. So just something you don't care about, like a corpse or a wrench. So now we're in the basement. In this drawer, there's usually a key that unlocks the pit room, which is the room that you fall into anytime you go through a trapdoor or that open area outside. And you really don't want to go through it by falling, because you'll break a leg, you'll be limping half speed, and because the only way out is to beat a corpse for a key. This way we can just come in, get the very last gas can, and get out. The rats do come in the pit room, so keep that in mind as well. Now, in this room, it kind of looks like a toy swirly thing. I call it the Hypnomatic. Basically, it does what it sounds like. If you drop that in a room, it will hypnotize the enemy just to stand still. I've never tried it out on the Pigman, but I imagine it would work on him as well. The important thing is it works on the rats, which are, from my experimentation, completely immortal. I have just wailed on them, and it has done nothing. So the best that you can do is use the Hypnomatic or the rat mask to just be able to go through a room and not have to worry about them attacking you. The rat mask is the best because they just will completely ignore you. The Hypnomatic will make them stand still, but I've still, in experimenting, found occasions where I'd leave somebody in the room with the Hypnomatic on and a rat, hypnotized, and yet come back to find that the rat has killed the person and left somehow. I'll show one possible example of how this could be useful later on in the playthrough. Alright, so the van now has 4 gas cans in it. It is fully gassed, ready to go. We could theoretically just all get into the van and leave. However, we still haven't gotten into that last secret room, and we still haven't saved the pregnant lady. So, once we do that, then we'll go. Alright, sometimes getting the pregnant lady out can be kind of finicky, depending on the timing of the rats. So if I do have the Hypnomatic, I will use that to just kind of collect the rats into one room, because they'll come in, they'll get hypnotized, and then they'll stay for a while. Alright, so now that we've picked up the pregnant woman, we can just carry her like a gas can, because basically she is the 5th unofficial gas can. You take her to the van and drop her off. Now, when we get her out of the house, she will drop a key, which we will need to open up a box in the secret room. You'll hear it clatter to the floor when we leave the house. However, it's kind of hidden by a skull on a stick. Might not even know it's there. So it's a good idea to go and pick it up as soon as possible. So you go over to the van and just strap her to the roof like a Christmas tree. And now all that's left is to get into the picture room, the entrance of which is in the bondage room. In order to open up the secret room in the bondage room, you have to take another band member and have them stand inside the stocks. This can be risky because if a rat happens to show up in that room, they will kill that person. It's not a hiding place, it won't protect them. So you want to be in and out of those stocks as fast as possible. This is where if you have a hypnomatic, it'll buy you some time. Alright, so that's turned on. We're going to take the cowgirl, put her in the stocks, and then use stretch to go through the portrait. So into the stocks, the door is open. Go get the person the Ghost of Red hit. The portrait will open for them, and I'm going to pause it right here because I was in and out of this room. So there's a couple things in here. One is what seems to be the corpse of our friend Red. It seems he's been here for quite a while as he is now an impeccably dressed skeleton. A dusty box which we can use the key the pregnant woman gave to us to open and get the Easter egg inside. I've seen too many game cheat codes not to recognize this, so odds are somewhere down the line in one of the future episodes we might be able to use this for something. The box will open automatically if you've already taken the key. However, my key is still on the front porch, so as I walk over the key, it automatically unlocks the box. Now, if it's your first time unlocking the box, you will see a document that you can pick up and put into your inventory. I've already done this, so the document has already been absorbed by me. So now we can hit the pause button and read what the document says. As I sit here at my final resting place, contemplating my last words, only one thing comes to mind. Fuck all of you. I'm burning down the factory and cursing the lake you sought to protect. May you never find peace when my blood still flows. And the signature is cut off, but I'm guessing it says Red. That name has popped up before. If you remember in a previous episode, you can actually see in one of the camp rooms, Red 1952 or 59 or some date. So he's been a recurring character. My personal theory is that he's the man from the very first Flash game, and you played this guy, and his wife came out of the lake to kill him. It's a fun game. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it. Alright, so we've done everything possible. We've killed the Pigman, killed every cannibal in the house, we've saved the pregnant woman, we've saved every single band member, we didn't even get injured at all. We've gotten into all 3 secret rooms, opened the box, read the letter, 100%. See, even the chickens are rooting for us to get the hell out of here. It was a little harder to see at night, but essentially the ending's exactly the same as any other run. You know, it goes underground for a spooky shot of a skull face lighting up. And there you have it. Surprisingly, for doing it the best way possible, you didn't get an extra picture in the end like you did in the previous episode. So, now that that's finished, I'm going to be playing Lakeview Cabin 5. I've already done the artwork for it, so in the next day or so, get ready for that one. This was a few months late, but hopefully this will be able to help somebody. So, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next episode.